Up YouTube world, alright. So we went ahead and did a little maintenance work, and we are going to do a little update on the LED light and just do a real quick talking about the really beautiful plant here, looking gorgeous, a little bit of red in it. It's just looking so good. This plant, I love it. That plant is my favorite plant. But yeah, I went ahead and removed a lot of the algae. I was surprised there was a lot of algae. I actually used these razor blades. You go to the dollar store and it comes with 4 of these, and it's pretty neat because it has a handle and a razor blade. It comes with 4 razor blades and it comes with 4 of these handles. So I'm like, alright, so I'm like, cool. So I did that real fast. As you can see, the sponge, pre-sponge is actually collecting a lot of the algae I took off, but that's okay, no worries. There's still algae still floating around from me scraping it. I did about a 30%, maybe even 40% water change to try to remove a lot of the fertilization and the algae. So yeah, all my plants are doing pretty good. This one right here is not doing so hot, but my guess is because the plant is covering it. But everything else is doing great. And yeah, looking really nice in here. I think this is just a very good looking tank. Alright, so we got electric blue cardus, real pretty. And yep, he's always shaking his body, trying to mate again. That's all they do is mate all day, every day. And then they lay some eggs, and then for some reason 2 weeks later there's no more fry left over. I tried putting some fry in the breeder tank, and they didn't make it. I tried to put some fry in a breeder net, and ended up what happening was the male just went straight to the breeder net and stood there the entire day. And the female was her fry at the time, and then about that night, about 4 hours later, I mean, they started fighting. I was like, wow. And it was so bad that he was actually in the corner, like gasping for air really bad. It wasn't an equal fight, they weren't lip locking, you know what I'm saying? She was really tearing him a new one. So I actually had to remove her from the tank, and I put her in the breeder tank for 1 day. And yeah, they're good again now, but she was tearing him up the other day. She was going to kill him. I think the Taiwan reef cichlids are breeding, because if you look at the male, his jaw is so big. According to the female, it's not so big, you know, it's a little bit more, I don't know. I think so, but it might not be. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Alright. Anyway, so this is the predatory tank. Eventually we'll have a overflow box, and it will go down to the 40 gallon long. Let's talk about the LED light. So that's in the last LED update. This is a 75 watt maximum fixture. It comes from Petco, and they're about 15 bucks. I actually went to Petco today to get some fish food and whatnot, for some few little small things, some water conditioner. And I actually looked around to see if they have a bigger one. They actually have one up to 150 watts with the adjuster, you know. So I think these are something new they're carrying, maybe, I'm not for sure. But they have the 150 watt with the adjuster, so you can make it, you know, not so bright or as bright as you want. And they're only like $22, so it's only like $7 more for the extra 75 watts added to the top of the 75 watts. So it's 150 watts maximum, and it's only like $6-7 more. So I'm like, that's going to be cool. So I'll probably I got technically 30 days to return this. I need to find the receipt. So what I'll probably do is probably just return this and get the bigger one and get another bigger one, because then at least I have 150 watts maximum I can work with. So if I want to get a bolt stronger than 75 watts, I can go that route. But as of right now, this is 75 watts maximum. So I'm thinking about really taking this one back and just trading it out for the bigger version and paying the difference. But alright, let's just talk about this one so far. So this is a 75 watt maximum heating lamp for, you know, reptiles. You can also take lights and whatnot. It's really good. It has a dimmer. I like it a lot. I'm going to get the one what handles the 150 watts and also has the dimmer. So I'm like really excited about that when I get that. The bulb is the maximum bulb for this fixture. It's 75 watts. It is 5000 K brightness. Supposed to be very bright. And the luminous, if I pronounce it correctly, is at 1100. 1100, you know. So a lot of people who I've been looking at and reading about, they're talking about you want a luminous over 2000, which will require a bulb, you know, 140 watt bulb. you know, 130 watt bulb, maybe even 150 watt bulb, I'm not for sure. But that's one reason why I'm definitely going to upgrade this, so I have more voltage to work with if I do want to get a bigger bulb. But I'm working with this one so far, and I just wanted to see how the plants were doing. So I periodically spread out plants throughout the 2 feet of the tank, because we don't have one over here yet. We just have one on the first 2 feet. So 75 watts at 5000 K, and it does brightness at 1100, and it is a floodlight, so it's a 45-degree penetration on the ground instead of a 25-degree spotlight. I'm thinking about trying a spotlight to see if it lights up not as much. Like, it really, you know, in my opinion, it hits too much. It lights up too much of the area. I'm thinking about a spotlight where it concentrate more as a spot instead of 45 degrees flat. You know what I'm saying? Instead of 45 degrees, it's going to do 25 degrees. So it's going to be more concentrated into a spotlight instead of a floodlight. But yeah, so I went ahead and spread out the plants halfway throughout, and I haven't really seen or noticed. I haven't seen anything different. I noticed nothing different. The plants that were a little bit half dead and so on, and plants that are really doing good, I mixed them throughout the tank half and half. So there's good ones back here, there's bad ones back here, good ones, bad ones, good ones, bad ones, good ones, bad ones. That one's a really bad one. I thought that one would actually bounce back because it's right by the light, you know. But yeah, so there's 2 really bad ones, and like I said, they're not, you know, I haven't seen a big improvement. So I don't know if the light is just not strong enough. It's only been 1 week. You know, maybe I'm just not patient. But I'm definitely going to let it go for 1 more week, and then we will go from there. In 1 more week, if, you know, I don't see, you know, I mean, these plants grow fast. They really do. This is a plant where we'll take over an entire ecosystem. You know, if it's not part of the ecosystem, I mean, it would just really take over the entire aquarium or pool, whatever you want to put it in. It will definitely grow really fast. I mean, you don't even have to stick it in the ground. It can even be put on top of the water surface and float like that and still do well. So yeah, so nothing really to show. The ones in the back are not getting worse, not getting better. Maybe they're getting better. I just haven't seen them grow, but they're not getting worse. The ones in the front, same deal, not getting any worse, and not really getting better. Maybe, you never know. But yeah, so that's the update on this tank, the predatory tank, and we're gonna go ahead and shoot one more video of Boss the Goldfish and the community tank just to see what's going on with them. And I'm really thinking about the community tank actually paring it down kind of and making it a strictly goldfish tank, but that's just an idea. No promises, no set idea yet, and all this good stuff. But alrighty, I wish everybody an awesome night, and y'all be good. Laters.